American woman. American woman, get away from me. um, what is that? It's a hit. I don't have it now, but anyway, it came to my mind. Sienna Miller, Deborah as Deborah, fantastic actress. I thought she's, and maybe I still think she's British actually, but it proves the power of priming of words. Words create worlds. Various studies have shown how important it is for insurance when they ask, in police testimony, they ask witnesses various questions, and it depends on the way you ask the question. The answer you get, I can't concentrate. I'm afraid I will have to shoot these American parrots. If they ask in terms of how fast the cars crashed into each other, you get one answer. And if you say how fast did they were they speeding into it, and it's considerable difference. And then to finish with, test, they had two groups. One group had in their dialogue words associated with old age, Florida, easy, gray, and I don't know what else. It's some which we associate with, and it took them much longer to reach the elevator, to reach the exit, those with the old age words, let's say, than the other group, which didn't have any of such. So hearing American Woman, I'm thinking now, maybe Sienna Miller is not a British actress if she played an American woman. So I'm changing based on this. Anyway, wonderful performance. Overall, the average for the critics, the meta score on IMDb is in the green, very favorable. I looked at some of the more important notes on this, and again, most were very favorable, some a bit on the critical side, in that the story is not profound. The taste of the main character in Men is appalling, indeed. Well, but a fantastic character. If a Trump voter, I'm just being mean now. I mean, considering the silliness of some of her decisions, you would place her in that category. But then again, she does resurrect herself. She does act like the phoenix coming out of the ashes or something at various stages. And overall, it's not our fault. For instance, it's the decision to be with this guy for some time can be deplored, but the man is vicious and a monster. One of them, all of them, most of them. I'm thinking this guy who's very aggressive and ultimately violent with her and her son, because he thinks he has reason to be jealous, and he's not just jealous, he's an idiot. That is a Trump voter there. And with the son, I mean, you listen to me, and if you don't listen to me, you get the devil and hell. So she is tormented, she is abused, she is washed up, you might think at one point. There's tragedy, and there's you're thinking this one needs some of the positive psychology input, strategy for coping with adversity and trauma. It seems there are two ways out of such a thing. One is PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and she is affected by that because it's not just one thing; it keeps coming up. And then she has major roles. I don't know if I should mention. I mean, on the one side, there's no public here, fortunately, because it's not. I mean, we don't have the best notes there on the internet. So I'm tempted to say, if nobody's watching or just one, it won't be a spoiler alert for him or her. But then it happened once or twice. I was told, well, you should have included a spoiler alert. So let's leave it at. There's a lot in store for her. Termina! But there's the other possibility of PTG, post-traumatic growth. There will be situations when people come out of such things stronger, because if they Termina manage to survive what doesn't kill us, that's also a quote we can refer to, makes us stronger. Or I'm thinking there's you would do well to watch those. They will be on the internet, on YouTube. The positive psychology, Harvard positive psychology courses of Tal Ben-Shahar, most popular ever there. And he keeps saying, indeed, it was asked, what do you wish for your students? I wish you fail more. And that sounds crazy. What do you mean? Learn to fail or fail to learn? If you don't fail, that means you haven't tried, and then you don't learn. And there will be plenty of cases of people who have been isolated. One went to the White House. I don't know if it was the Clinton administration. He was superb, a star, no problem in school, in university. But then first time he met with trouble, he was overwhelmed. He didn't know. I mean, he hasn't failed because he had no opportunity. And alas, he killed himself because it was overwhelming the first time he had to cope with trauma. And then there's a new star, Jordan B. Peterson. I have some qualms there. I mean, man, he keeps saying man, bloody. Anyway, he's also giving, he has 12 lessons, and he's giving the example of Maleficent, not invited to the famous story wedding, and then she represents challenges and allowing children to go out in the world, to suffer a little bit, because that's what life is, and gets you ready. And they didn't invite her, Maleficent, as in terms of small problems, small pains that children and everybody have to meet with. And then the protagonist of the story is, as we know, is the first time something happens, she's down, unconscious. Now, American Woman, indeed, quite an experience, quite a challenging, very good film.